Hello lovely people, I'm here today with a quick April wrap-up video. I read 5 books in the month of April. 4 of the 5 were from the library and 1 was my ebook read. The first book I read in the month of April was Mouse, Volume 1, My Father Bleeds History by Art Spiegelman. This book has been getting a little bit of hype in booktube land, and it deserves every bit of it. It is a graphic novel based on the true life experiences of Art Spiegelman's father, who was a Jew in Nazi Germany during the Holocaust. I only read Volume 1 so that I could read some other things, but I look forward to reading it very soon because it was very good. I know it's really simple, but I really loved the way that he differentiated between different groups of people in this graphic novel. Like the Jews were mice, the Germans were, and the Nazis were cats, and Polish people were pigs. I thought it was really clever, and if you're looking to get into more graphic novel literature, I think that this is definitely a classic. So I give it 2 really big thumbs up. The next book I read in the month of April was The Arrival by Sean Tan. It was another graphic novel, but is a graphic novel told entirely through images. It tells the story of a man who leaves his family to go to a new place to make a better life for his family, and it tells the stories of other people like him that he meets along the way, and the artwork in it is very beautiful. Hopefully I'll be able to put some pictures of it over here for you to look at, but if you haven't heard of The Arrival, it's amazing, and the artwork is beautiful, and it took me about 5 or 6 minutes to read because it's about 100 pages, but it's all this beautiful imagery, and I gave it 2 thumbs up. The next novel I read in the month of April was Madness Underneath by Maureen Johnson. It is the sequel to The Name of the Star and the second book in the Shades of London trilogy, or series. I'm not really sure. But it was really great. It picked up right where this first one left off, and I think I might have enjoyed this one a little bit better, but it had all of the same Maureen Johnson charm and the same charm and tone as the first one. I really enjoyed it, and it had a nice little cliffhanger, so I'll look forward to picking up the next book soon. I give it 1 thumbs up. The next book I read in the month of April was Amy and Roger's Epic Detour by Morgan Matson. It is a classic road trip YA contemporary novel. I really enjoyed it, but it was lacking in some departments, but it was still a really great and fun read. I give it about middle to or 1 thumbs up. The last book I completed in the month of April was my ebook read, and it is Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell. I really enjoyed this book. It is a realistic YA novel set in the 1980s about 2 misfits who fall in love, and I hope to do a review of it and Amy and Roger's Epic Detour in the near future. I give Eleanor and Park 2 thumbs up. If you're into YA romance and really well written and developed characters, I recommend it. Those are all of the books that I completed in the month of April. I am currently reading 4 books. The first one I've been reading for quite some time. I'm reading it on my e-reader, and it is Lamb by Christopher Moore. I am really enjoying it. I'm about half to 2/3 of the way through with it. I just needed to take a break from it. I hope to finish it in this month. The next book I've been experiencing through audiobook on my phone, and it is The Day of the Triffids by John Wyndham. It's really great. I was reading this, but I decided to take it back to the library and listen to it on my car rides home to and from the library, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm hoping to finish listening to it sometime this month. Another book that I am currently reading is Her by Krista Paravani. I'm really enjoying it. I'm about 1/3 of the way through. I hope to finish it in the month of May. And the last book that I'm currently reading is Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare. I'm about halfway through with it, and I'm really enjoying it. I think I'm liking it way more than I did whenever I tried to read City of Bones. But if I like this one enough and end up reading the rest of the Infernal Devices series, I will try to pick up the Mortal Instruments series again. Those are all of the books that I'm reading and have read in the month of April. I am not going to do a full-on TBR this month because, let's be honest, I never stick to the TBR. But since one of my goals for this year was to read more of my books, I'm going to try to read more of the books that I physically own, not just ebooks, but books that are actually sitting on my shelf and taking up space. So I painfully took back all of my library books except for the 2 that I just showed you that I'm currently reading. But I also this month made a book jar. I was inspired to do this by Sarah Jane at Mothereffingbooks. She did this for one of her Vita videos. For me, this is all of the books that I haven't read that I own on slips of paper and put into a jar so that I can randomly choose them whenever I don't know what to read next. I'll put a link to her video in the description below. It's a really fun idea, and it just looks really nice sitting on my shelf. Probably won't be using that very soon since I am currently in the middle of 4 books. But I look forward to using it very soon. That's kind of one of the reasons why I took all of my library books back, so I'd have an excuse to use it. I have really been slacking on my movie challenge, so I'm hoping to make up for it in the next couple of months. But this month I watched 3 movies. The first one was This Is 40, which is a Judd Apatow movie starring Paul Rudd, and I can't remember the lady's name, but it's Judd Apatow's wife. It also has Jason Segel. I generally like Judd Apatow movies. They're very mature, but I tend to like them. But this one was pretty disappointing. I think we watched the director's cut. The heart of the story was very nice, but it was similar to other stories that he's told, and that it really needed to be edited. Like, there were parts of it that just drug on and weren't necessary. So, I hate to do this, so I give it a... Next movie I watched in its entirety in the month of April was Jurassic Park. I had always seen bits and pieces of the movie, and I had probably seen most of the movie, just not all at one time, so I sat down and watched it with my husband because it's one of his favorite movies. And I give it a big thumbs up. It was a really fun 90s action drama. The last movie that I watched in the month of April was Pitch Perfect, starring Anna Kendrick. It was a really cute and fun movie. It had some humor that I wasn't particularly fond of, but other than that, it was a really fun movie, so I gave it a thumbs up. As far as television this month, I caught up on the newest season of the Game of Thrones, and of course it's awesome, like, duh. That's all that I did in the month of April. I hope you guys had a great month. If you've experienced any of these books or movies or television shows that I mentioned today, I would love to hear what you have to say about them in the comments. That'd be really awesome. And if you have any suggestions for movies or television shows or books that I should read, I would love to hear that also. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you very soon. Bye.